Hi guys, Artiar here. So for today's video, we take a look at developer logs posts. Alright, so they posted a post talking about like some of the upcoming content, all this thing. I'm gonna go through with that. Same thing for Etheria CN as well. They basically have the same post cause we're getting the same content, right? And I already checked through both sides of Etheria, like the global version and the CN version. We are getting the same thing, alright? So we have the same thing and the same discussion as well. So let's go through with it. So first of all, they are like, thank you for all the support from the Etheria since the global launch is already like 6 months, and then they listen a lot of our discussion and valuable feedback, and then this is some of the things they're gonna optimize incoming for the November update. Okay, then first of all, it's actually the union system and the united front optimization. This is actually very good because when you're at one of the top unions and then when you fight in GVG and then you have a draw, so let's say both sides also get the same score, especially when you full clear the enemy and the enemy also full clear your team, then your unit is actually getting the loser reward. None of them is actually getting the winner reward. So let's say I get max score and the enemy also getting the max score, both of us are going to get the loser reward instead of the winner reward. So they're gonna optimize it, they seen our feedback about it, then they did a recent adjustment to the draw system currently in the United Front, and now they're gonna make it into both sides if it's actually draw. So if you have same score, then both sides of the reward is gonna be match. So I think it's probably gonna get both sides gonna get a win reward, or probably a win reward is gonna cut half. Not sure about this, but they will ensure both sides receive the reward as a winner, I guess. Then they'll continue to tune the United Front regulation to make them fairer and more enjoyable. But basically they're not talking about like how are they gonna update the United Front gameplay or system, but basically they made a temporary fix for United Front to actually instead in terms of like draw system, then the reward is actually gonna get better instead of just getting the loser reward. So but basically they are actually gonna improve the union system and the United Front system as well, based on this, right? So they'll be probably we can looking forward to have a little bit more upgrade or different kind of gameplay for our GVG. But basically that's all for this part. And then shell forge here is actually pretty important, because one of the most annoying things in Etheria start is when you're grinding at the shell stages and you're only grinding for a specific matrix combination of the shell. It's actually very annoying because it's very RNG for you to get a specific combination on a shell, right? For example, one of the most common one, probably like let's say Hoyen, right? Probably a lot of players of you is actually grinding Hoyen, is you're grinding for a specific combination for the Ember, especially you want to go for Bramble plus Bloodbath plus probably Swift Smite, right? For like Tiamat, for like Ray Mary, one of the most famous combination for the Bruiser player, and probably you have been grinding so long in Hoyen and you rarely get these perfect Ember shell combination, right? So let's say for my shell here, I've been grinding for very long as well. The only Bramble, Bloodbath, Swift Smite on my Ember is only one piece. So to actually grind a specific shell and a specific combination is actually very tough. For example, one of the most longest grind in my Etheria journey is actually Swift Rush, Bulwark, and probably Swift Smite or Swift Raid is the Codex one, right? So Swift Smite one, I only have one, which I recently just grinded like last month or this month. I have only one combination of Swift Rush, Bulwark, Swift Smite on my Codex, and if we take a look at Swift Raid here, I also only have one. Okay, so for you to actually grind a specific shell combination is so annoying. I believe a lot of you actually agree with me as well, and they finally gonna apply this shell forge here. This is actually a very big improvement because we have Module Forge, which is a very good stuff for us to make the substats that we actually want on a specific matrix effect, and also the main stats as well, right? So getting a shell forge is actually going to be very good. I hope they actually rotate with the Module Forge, or probably run it back to back, like let's say after 1 week of Module Forge, because they did mention about Module Forge, they're gonna run it once per month, right? So let's say they run a Module Forge, then after the Module Forge actually end, they run a Shell Forge. Then I think this is actually very good, so we can focus like this week here, we're gonna focus on grinding Threshold to actually force the Module Forge. Then the second week, we're gonna grind for Shell, so we can actually use the Shell Lab, which is the Shell Forge, right? then probably a third week is a rest week, and then the fourth week is going to be a double drop rate. Something like that. I think it's actually a very good rotation in terms of like the event for us to buff. And then the other one is the Dreamscape improvement. So Dreamscape here is one of the best event, one of the best, not the best, but one of the best event for us to actually get resources. Cause the resources, they actually give a lot compared with other event, right? So they're gonna improve it. I'm not sure how they're gonna improve it. They did not mention like how they're gonna improve it, right? But they did mention like engaging and rewarding. But they did mention the same thing at the first time when Dreamscape came out. So I'm looking forward what they're gonna do, because this time it's not just about global, it's also for the CN player. It's their first time experiencing Dreamscape. So if they're not going to make Dreamscape fun, CN for sure is gonna complain. Alright, then CN complain, then they're just gonna get slapped in their face. So I hope they actually do something good that's actually more engaging and rewarding, so the CN is actually happy about it, right? Because now we are no longer alone, we are no longer just a global server, we are also including the other CN player, Taiwan server, and also JP as well, all this thing, right? So they're gonna improve the Dreamscape. Then the other one, this is actually very exciting because they're gonna introduce an entirely new PVE mode in the next update, the Nether Quarry. So I'm actually looking forward for this, because there's no PVE update at all after since the release of Etheria, after like Chloros shell bosses, if we consider that as well. But then that's just some grinding. Now PVE mode are just like grinding content, like every day I just probably grind Green Pursuit or Trash Hole. Investigation is just like only for double drop rate if you really want the summon drop. GP outpost only when you need it to train your Animus, and also grind only in the double drop rate. Then this one here is some perma content. If you are lazy, if you are you have time to do it, you can do for it. This one here is just full auto. Ember track here we can just full auto, and then the Ethernet rally here is just a place for you to waste your time to just keep on clicking stuff. And then these two things is just repetitive content. There's no really a competitive PvE content like RTA, or we have like RTA here for us to competitive to play stuff, right, to fight in PvP. But for PvE, there isn't it. So I'm actually looking forward for this to they actually release it, and it's gonna be a competitive boss challenge mode where with the players is gonna rank by total damage deal. So it's just only based on the damage deal. Then based on the damage deal, you're gonna get rank, and the ranking here will get a daily promotion, and then you just keep on increasing your rank, and then you get more material, resources, exclusive rewards such as avatar titles, probably frame as well. I'm looking forward for it. I actually want to see what kind of competitive PvE content are they gonna releasing. Is it gonna be a wave kind of PvE content like the Infinity Train, or is it like gonna be a cage rumble 3 boss fighting thing? I hope it's gonna be a cage rumble thing, or probably a very difficulty boss, so we can actually try hard in PvE mode, because or else my daily is just like go in, grind some stuff, and then just enhance some stuff, then I just log out. Then upcoming 2 new Animus is one is gonna be male, one is gonna be female, and there's a dragon here. Probably the dragon one is gonna be for the male character one. So 2 new Animus is gonna join in Etheria start, and the first is a familiar face, returning with a completely different combat style. This time he takes the role of a support type Animus with exceptional survival and crowd control capability. So this male character is going to be a supporter and also applying survivability and also crowd control. So I'm looking forward for this. I hope it's not going to be a bruiser unit again, because I'm a Cleave CC player, right? So I hope that this unit is actually going to benefit into my playstyle, since there's actually a crowd control here. But the survivability here, who knows, you know, the bruiser player can just like slap into bloodbath and it's going to be a bruiser unit. Then the second one is going to be offensive Animus with a strong control ability. Okay, so next week we're gonna see full details of their kit and also previews as well. So I'm definitely gonna look forward for it. So I hope that this female character, since it's an RGB unit, right, I hope this female character is gonna benefit into my Cliff CC as well. So cause both of them actually mentioned strong control, crowd control, all this thing. I hope they're actually gonna benefit into the turn 1 playstyle. Alright, instead of just always benefiting the turn 1 player, I hope these 2 Animus can actually benefit to the turn 1 player, so Cliff CC can actually have a better time to play in PvP as well. Then the last part here is just mentioning that the RTA SS2 is coming soon, and then let us just enjoy the final month of SS1 because the RTA here is only left for 1 month, 30 days left, right? So for me, I'm just gonna maintain my rank in Mythic, that's all. I'm not gonna push for the top. It's just gonna spend too much time and my brain cell to actually fight in the current meta. But yeah, basically that's it for the Death Note. What do you guys think? For me, my most exciting part is, I would say this is actually a good tune. This is a needed tune for the game. And then Shadow Forge as well is a needed thing. Dreamscape, I want to see what is the looking forward. I think I'm more looking forward into the new PVE competitive mode, because I think this is actually the thing that hyped me the most from this patch note. And then two new Animus, I want to look at the kit. I want to look at that kit. Is it going to be benefiting into the turn 1 player playstyle? Alright, feel free to comment down what you guys think about it, and see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.